Thank you so much for joining us this morning for this very special occasion. My name is Jen Murtaugh, and as someone who has known Cindy for many years and dedicated my career to the motherhood journey, I am sincerely honored to serve as your MC today. We are truly grateful for your presence here on this monumentous day as we gather to mark the commencement of a profoundly impactful project, one that promises to shape the lives of countless families for generations to come. Welcome to the groundbreaking of Cindy Beedie Place. To begin today's special groundbreaking, it is my honor to welcome Alec Dan from the Musqueam Nation, who has joined us for a welcome and a blessing. Thank you, Alec.
YWCA, good morning, everyone. It's an honor for me to be here today to be the voice for my people, my family, my community. I'm a descendant of a hereditary chief of Musqueam. His name was Similano, and he actually, resided not too far from here. And then he got moved across the river to Surrey Delta to our village called Kikate. When we hear visitors coming into our territory, we used to gather as a community. Our ancestors from Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, we were all considered one nation before we got introduced to the government that we work with today. And we used to come together as a whole community to meet and greet our visitors at the mouth of our river, what is called the Fraser River today. So that's why I say it's such an honor for me to be the voice on behalf of the Coast Salish people of this area to welcome you here to the wonderful, groundbreaking of the Beedie, housing, but also to welcome you to our unceded traditional territory, which is known as the Greater Vancouver area, to welcome you here along with these words of welcome. I want to share our Musqueam welcome song, and there's words in our language, in our Hunkaminam language that we speak, and the words translate to welcome respected ones. So with that, I'll share our welcome song at this time. YWCA. So once again, on behalf of the Musqueam people, descendants of Musqueam ancestors, welcome you here to the wonderful occasion, and welcome you to our traditional unceded territory, which is known as the Greater Vancouver area. Enjoy your time here and safe travels back home to your family and loved ones. Thank you once again. YWCA.
Thank you, Alec. Growing up with a single mother on the poverty line, I know firsthand the extraordinary challenges mothers face. So when Cindy shared her vision with me many years ago to build an affordable housing and childcare facility for young mothers and their families, I couldn't have been more excited for her and for all the families who will benefit from this investment. Whether it be her heart-centered leadership at the helm of the Beedie Foundation or her personal commitments to advancing equity and supporting women, Cindy cares deeply for the causes she champions. Over the last 5 years, she has shared with me her vision to help young mothers and children by creating the opportunity for safe, secure, and affordable housing. Her tireless pursuit of this vision took many years, many meetings, and overcoming many challenges. To be perfectly candid, many would have given up in this process, but not Cindy. Her boundless generosity in terms of both her time and financial contributions is a continuous source of inspiration for me. She carries this vision in her heart, and that unwavering commitment is nothing short of remarkable, and it's why we're here today. To celebrate this monumentous occasion, we have a number of special guests who have joined us. First, the Honorable Janet Austin, Lieutenant Governor of British Columbia and former YWCA Metro Vancouver CEO. Thank you for joining us today. MLA for Burnaby North, Janet Routledge, thank you for being here. Welcome to your worship, Burnaby Mayor Mike Hurley. Cindy Beedie, Executive Director of the Beedie Foundation. And Aaron Seeley, CEO, YWCA Metro Vancouver, CEO. Thank you for your support. We also have many other leaders and important members of our community in attendance, including several significant donors whose generosity made today possible. Thank you so much for being part of today's special event. It is now my pleasure to introduce MLA Janet Routledge to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Jen, and thank you, Alec, for delivering such a beautiful welcome. I'm honored to be here today on the traditional unceded territory of the Musqueam people. This development is one that will make a big difference in this community and has been made possible through a very special partnership between the people that have been recognized here today. The development of Cindy Beedie Place is only possible through the support of the province, through BC Housing, the City of Burnaby, YWCA, and Cindy Beedie, a generous philanthropist in our community. Too many women and gender-diverse people continue to face violence, sexism, and discrimination in their everyday life. And as a woman, I know sometimes the hardest thing to do is to ask for help when we need it. I should also mention in passing that as a young woman, I worked as a volunteer in a transition home for women facing escaping domestic violence. So I feel very strongly about what we're doing here today. Making sure that women and children have a safe place to go to rebuild their lives is an essential first step to ending gender-based violence. And that's why 5 years ago, we launched the province's Building BC Women's Transition Housing Fund. Through the Women's Transition Housing Fund, we are working in partnership to build and operate 3,000 new transition housing, second stage housing, and long-term affordable housing spaces for women and children. Homes just like the ones we're celebrating today. Today's announcement means the development of 56 units of affordable long-term homes and a 37-unit childcare facility for women and children leaving violence. Cindy Beedie Place, named after one of our most generous and caring partners will provide women and children in Burnaby with the continuity of safe housing they need in times of crisis to build towards a path to recovery. The building will contain 41 two-bedroom and 15 three-bedroom homes, meaning it will be able to accommodate different family sizes. Even better, YWCA staff will provide the resources and information residents need to stabilize their lives, such as legal support, information about local farmers markets and food banks, and pathways to employment if needed. Plus, the building's early learning and childcare facility will give mothers peace of mind to know their children are safe and within close proximity. The childcare facility, which has been made possible through Cindy Beedie's generous donation, will be made available at affordable rates through the YWCA application for Childcare Fee Reduction Initiative. Eligible parents can also apply for the province's affordable childcare benefit, a new incentive our government announced this September to further support families in BC who are struggling to get by. People can save as much as $145 per child a month on childcare. This project is also the latest of nearly 1,000 homes open or underway for women and children in BC because of our government's investments. Our Building BC Women's Transition Housing Fund is the first significant investment in housing for women and children leaving violence in over 2 decades. We will continue to build on our government's commitment to provide affordable housing options for British Columbians. Since 2017, we have nearly 77,000 homes delivered or are developing across the province, including over 4,000 homes for people in Burnaby, with many more coming, including projects like this. Once again, I'd like to thank the City of Burnaby, YWCA Metro Vancouver, and Cindy Beedie and the partners for your leadership in this project. These are the kinds of partnerships we need to address the housing crisis and support vulnerable people in our communities, making British Columbia a more inclusive and accepting place to live. Thank you. And now I'd like to pass the microphone over to my friend, Mayor Mike Hurley.
Good morning, everyone. What an exciting day, don't you all agree? Yes. That's all thanks to the real drive behind all of this is Cindy Beedie, who left no stone unturned to make sure that we reached this point today. And Cindy, I truly appreciate your drive to do the right things, and so thank you very much for that. I'd also like to thank Alec Dan for your word of welcome this morning, starting us out in a very good way here today. But before I go further, I too would like to acknowledge that we are in the unceded traditional territories of the Hunkaminam and Squamish-speaking people, and to always give appreciation for the opportunity to be in these territories. I'd also like to introduce some of my colleagues who are with us here today. From Council, Councillor Daniel Tatro, Councillor James Wang, Councillor Richard Lee, and Councillor Sab Dollawall. We're pleased to be here today to celebrate this incredible project. Today we will break ground on a landmark housing project which will create much needed homes for women and families in our community. And this project also includes, another critical component of our needs, and that's a childcare component, which responds to urgent needs that just never seem to end in the community when it comes to ensuring that everyday people can make it and can have a better life. In short, this housing project will create a brighter future for women and families who have endured hardships and struggles, and unfortunately we're all too aware of those difficulties and the challenges, again, that need to be met there. Projects like this one are special, and it wouldn't be possible without the hard work and cooperation from the folks who are all gathered here today. The province, the YWVA, and the Beedie Foundation have all made important contributions to ensure this vital project can move forward. It's no easy task to work across jurisdictions and to align projects, timelines to ensure these major projects move forward. But it is a testament to our collective commitment to addressing the housing crisis that projects like these are moving forward across Burnaby. Construction is now underway on more than 1,640 new rental units in Burnaby, as the city's innovative approach to creating new housing is creating real change in our community. With more than 10,000 additional units currently in the development stream, Burnaby is on track to achieve our housing targets well ahead of schedule. Most importantly, the majority of new housing being created is non-market housing units that will be accessible for families, seniors, and young people starting their careers. Our promise to the community is that we will continue to push the envelope and look for new ways to generate the type of housing that Burnaby needs. Because it's clear that by working together in our community, nonprofit partners, other levels of government, and of course industry, we have the ability and the will to address these housing needs. Thank you all again for joining us here today and inviting me to say a few words. And before I sign off, Cindy, I just want to recognize you again and your incredible drive. Congratulations to everyone involved, and let's do more of this. Thank you very much.
And now I'd like to welcome Cindy Beedie, Executive Director of the Beedie Foundation.
Okay, I'm a little nervous and I'm probably going to cry. So, Mayor Hurley, thank you so much. And I think you know that this project wouldn't have happened in Burnaby without you. So, thank you. Okay, I'm going to put my glasses on for this. Welcome, everyone. Good morning. And thank you for joining us today to celebrate this new project. We all believe will be truly transformative for mothers and their children here in Burnaby. This all began when Ryan and I were thinking of ways to celebrate our 50th birthdays, which are now 5 years ago. We wanted to give back to our communities. Ryan did his Beedie Luminaries program, which has been incredible. And I know that this will be incredible for years to come and help many, many families. Through my work with different charitable organizations, I became more aware of the barriers that exist for mothers wanting to return to work or school, specifically access to housing and childcare, and it remains a significant challenge for many families. I remember what I thought might be an ideal scenario, which was to create affordable housing that is co-located with daycare. With children at home under school age, if you're a single mother and you don't have the support of a family, how do you do it? It's impossible. So the daycare is the critical piece to break a cycle that can begin with poverty. So with this in mind, I went on a bit of a roadshow. I went to many different municipalities that I'm not going to name to discuss the idea, and a lot were receptive, but it was a tough one. And I'm so grateful to Mayor Hurley for sharing this vision of this project with me, and I'm very deeply grateful for your support. I have never had to make the choice between putting a meal on the table or a roof over my kid's head. I am aware of my privilege. This part I'm going to cry. It's a really impossible situation for a single mom to face. Our goal is to help break the cycle of poverty and violence for many families, hopefully creating a ripple effect for positive change for generations to come. This will be a place where vulnerable mothers and their children can live in safety in a home offering the deepest levels of affordability. But it's not just about the housing. New doors open for women when they have both safe and secure housing and childcare. Co-located in the housing project will be a childcare center for 37 toddlers and preschoolers, and it will be the heartbeat of this project. Having the childcare located within the project will provide new opportunities and choices that mothers wouldn't have otherwise. It's the freedom to pursue their dreams and their education for themselves, or both, through school and employment. And none of this would be possible without the collaboration and the commitment of some remarkable partners who I would like to recognize. First, the province of British Columbia and BC Housing, MLA Rutledge. Thank you so much for being here. I am truly grateful for your financial commitment and dedication to this project. Thank you to Naomi Brunemeyer and Myra Shuney at BC Housing for your hard work and all that you have done to make this reality. I know that you worked extremely hard to do all the documents and paperwork that were necessary to make this happen, so thank you. I've already thanked Mayor Hurley, but I will again. Thank you for being a champion for this project and helping us secure this wonderful site. And from day one, you understood the need and shared the vision to help break the cycle of poverty, which has generational impacts. Thank you to our friends at the YWCA of Metro Vancouver, Aaron Seeley, and members of the board here today, Bobby and Brenda, who have been with me, I think, every step of the way in the last 5 years. And I said before, the Child Care Centre will be the heartbeat of this project, and I look forward to working together in the years ahead. Lieutenant Governor Janet Austin, who is here. When I first started the vision for this day, you were right there with me as CEO of the YWCA. Thank you for your friendship, guidance, and your support. To our project team, both present and past members, thank you to Curtis Neeser, Jay Boyce, Katie Mashlechko, Armin Amrolia, Hutan Rafi, and everyone at Beedie for their tremendous support. I'd also like to thank Tricia Bouchard, who has been instrumental in getting out the invitations and putting together a whole bunch of this event. So thank you, Tricia. I'd also like to thank my husband, Ryan. Thank you for your love and support. You inspire me every day. I'd also like to thank our children and my wonderful friends who are here today. And finally, my deepest gratitude to the donors who gave generously at the Rock in the Park events. In particular, I would like to thank our anonymous donor who is matching my contribution. Also, Gary Zlotnick, the Burnaby Firefighters Association, and Peter and Joanne Brown. Together, we have raised more than $1 million for this project. I would also like to thank Van Mar, who is our building partner. They did all the clearing to make this tent on stable land, and we'll build this beautiful project. I'd also like to thank Paul Runnels from Brand Live, who put together this whole beautiful tent so that we're dry and warm. And in conclusion, I just wanted to leave you with the bigger vision for all of this. Cindy Beedie Place will be part of my 50th birthday commitment. And for Ryan's, as I said, he launched the Beedie Luminaries, which offers scholarships to students with potential who are facing financial adversity. Luminaries has since added a Spark program, which provides scholarships to single parents who want to return to school. The dream is to have someone living in this housing project apply, qualify, and have their schooling paid for through Luminaries. The positive... Imagine the positive impact of both initiatives coming together. I think it's really an amazing dream. And finally, my hope that this project inspires other leaders and individuals to pursue similar projects in their communities. The need for this kind of affordable housing and childcare is significant, and I hope this is just the beginning. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for your support.
I'd now like to welcome Aaron Seeley, CEO of the YWCA Metro Vancouver.
Thank you, Jen. Good morning, everyone. Thank you to Alec for welcoming us here on behalf of the Hunkaminam and Snohomish-speaking peoples on these unceded traditional territories. I can't believe we're here. It's happening. It's so exciting to celebrate the groundbreaking of Cindy Beedie Place. This development, as you know, will provide 56 long-term affordable homes and 37 childcare spaces for single mothers and their dependent children living on low incomes. This demonstrates exactly how we can work together to address the urgent housing crisis. It takes partnership, it takes passion, it takes persistence, and it takes patience too. From all levels of government, from private business, from nonprofits, and especially the generosity of local philanthropists. I'd like to thank the partners who are joining us here today. Cindy, thank you so much for your patience, for championing this project, for your passion to support single moms and their families on limited incomes, for understanding the barriers that they face, and the vision to make a positive impact in the community, and the collaboration and the convening role that you play in community to encourage other philanthropists to do the same thing. Not to mention the tenacity to support jumping over the hurdles that got us here today. BC Housing, once again, thank you so much to the province for supporting us, to MLA Rutledge, to Naomi Brynmeier and Meyer Shunny. One important element of this project is its capital and operating funding, and operators are under strain with rising costs, as any operators are. So to have both capital and operating means that we will be able to keep the rents as low as possible. City of Burnaby, thank you, Mayor Mike Hurley. Thank you to the council members who are here and to your team for being such leaders in affordable housing and childcare, for taking action and getting it done, providing this incredible site that's close to schools, close to other parks, close to everything that families need to build a strong community. We want to thank the Childcare BC New Spaces Fund from the province as well for supporting the development of a new childcare co-located with residents. You don't have to drive on your way to work an extra hour to drop your child off at childcare. You've got it right here next to you. And the much needed quality spaces for toddlers and preschool age children. To the project team, Beedie Living, Jay Boyce and Curtis Nesser, NSDA Architects, thanks to Molly Chan and Wanda Felt. To Vanmar Constructors, thanks to Jeff Marin and Cody Vorhorst. And thank you to all the special guests joining us here this morning. A special appreciation to Her Honor, Janet Austin, who's here with us today, the Lieutenant Governor of British Columbia, and to the YWCA team. Thank you, Janet, for your mentorship, for your vision, and for your leadership helping YWCA be a partner in community. It's that commitment to partnership, to convening, that is integral to the YWCA's success and to the impact directly on the families we serve. Thank you, Janet Rutledge, MLA, for joining us. I know that you and your colleagues in the neighborhood continue to focus on addressing the urgent housing crisis and in your government, and so appreciate your continued action. And to the many donors here today, this has started with years of support through the Rock in the Park events, through your generosity, and to the anonymous matching donor. Thank you all for committing to making this a reality. To the YWCA's board chair, Lori Ferguson, to our board members, Kathy Imrie and Michelle Cooper-Iverson, for your leadership and your guidance, and to the incredible YWCA team of staff, and this is where I start to tear up, because you are champions for gender equity every day. I'm so lucky to learn from you, from your tenacity, from your wisdom and your leadership, and thank you so much, Cindy, for having the trust in the partnership with us. The need for affordable housing is greater than ever. To share a statistic, 59%, almost 60% of single-parent households are living below the poverty line. That's not just low income, that's not just working poor, that's below poverty. In a community, in a region, in a province with so much wealth. And 80% of those households are led by women. The YWCA currently operates 15 housing communities across Metro Vancouver, providing safe and affordable homes for nearly 700 residents. We would love to do more, and it takes this kind of partnership to make it happen. These residents will also have access to a community development coordinator, and they're encouraged through that support to participate in a range of programs, whether it's employment programs, education pathways, childcare, literacy, financial literacy, access to legal support for their family law cases. But there are more than 1,000 families on our wait lists. We have been advocating for many years as well, in addition to housing affordability, for childcare, and Her Honor Janet Austin really led the way in affordable quality childcare in this province. I'm thrilled that this government has made progress, that the federal government has made progress in this area. Affordable childcare allows women to invest in their careers, and it's essential for their long-term financial stability as well as for economic growth. Childcare must also be accessible, and we know co-location to residents is critical. We also appreciate that many parts of our region are still considered childcare deserts with fewer than 4 spaces available for every 10 toddlers. Burnaby is making a difference in this area. We so appreciate your partnership and the partnership of the province. These 37 childcare spaces will be life-saving for the community. Due to the strength of the partnerships in this project, the housing operating funding, and the support on the capital side, the housing unit rental rates, they'll be confirmed closer to the completion in summer 2025, but they're expected to be $695 a month for a 2-bedroom and $790 a month for a 3-bedroom. That's incredible. We could not do that without the partnership here today. Thank you again, Cindy, for your vision. Many of our residents tell us it's not just the affordability of their housing, but the community they build with their neighbors that makes a difference to their families and allows them to dream again. We look forward to supporting a thriving community to grow here in Burnaby. Thank you.
Thank you, Erin. That concludes the formal part of the event today. We will be having a media photo op opportunity just over here. And we welcome everyone to stay, have a warm drink, and there's some food to eat. For those that were speakers, if you could come to the side here as well. And thank you so much for celebrating the groundbreaking today of Cindy Beedie Place.